好，弄了半天那个后优还有 play 的东西哦，不管了。来，零星球，我们要抽留影，然后下一个翡翠没有抽，我要存。好啦，到。
Firefly Type 4, activate.
哇
Step up, let's see ya.
哦，空康刚炸来了。
Firefly Type 4, activate. Decided to play your ace, huh? Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Nice, like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves.
Set the seas ablaze!
The mood is set. Let the show begin. That's all you got?
This is more than a battle.
哇，
Fight to live!
In the mood for another beating? Stay in step. Joining the battle. Attack! Step up, let's see.
Enemy targets ready for another.
Detonate. Take your positions. In the mood for another. Initiate.
在干嘛？
Commencing support.
Step up, let's see. Attack.
啊！哎，不然没跑到这边来了。
Sound lingers.
对，我还没听过软梅的英文配音。
Existence is unity. I won't surrender. Dodge this! Eternal. Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind. Take this! Rise, Venus! Dodge this! Nap time. Some value, I suppose.
It's
哦，我那时候没有抽软梅器。好，金卡池没有抽的意思。在等，在等星期日会不会那个不知道是什么。哦，打击破的，他们家送。哦，这什么？好可爱哦！哦，等下这是从壳里出来。 我想玩差分宇宙，所以我先不管这个。哦，
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
One Peach Soul Glad? Shaken?
因为好久没有上 PC 端了，之前都在手机上刷那个刷模拟宇宙。白日梦饭店，那为什么不直接？
Wake
Oh.
up! Hey, wake up! The sun's frying your butt. Are you okay? Can you hear me? I didn't hear a peep from your room, and it really freaked me out. What are you talking about? Are you... Even though it's been a day, I still break into a sweat when I think about it. Our trailblazing expedition almost ended in Penacony. I'm so jealous that you got a good night's sleep. The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in Penacony have no idea what happened. They just feel like something's missing from their memories. The family's official statement was like, "The Charmony Festival was attacked by an unidentified Stellaron and came to a halt." After all, they can't just reveal the truth about the Order. Now, all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses for an important meeting. Everyone's waiting for you, so hurry up and pack. We're leaving as... After all this crazy... It's a massive airship, and it's awesome! I heard the Iris family sent us a bunch of souvenirs. Fruit baskets, plus... the Stellaron was sealed while you... The families of... Now all the major Why the sudden interest in that? Well, I was dragged, and then... I dreamed about stuffing my face with delicious food. Yeah, let's go!
How extravagant. Just like Epsilon. How was it? Did it live up to your dreamscape expectations?
You already asked that when we first got here.
Yeah, and you said no back then. But after all this madness, I'd say you've grown fond of it. Just a heads up, you're still on the Bloodhound family's wanted list, so keep a low profile. And this time, it's Firefly in the picture, not Sam. That's gotta be a whole new experience for you, right?
Indeed. In Kafka's words, that's also a missing part of my life. Still, it'd be quite inconvenient if I can't move freely. Could you help me out, Silverwolf?
I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I've hacked all the systems and left no trace. Don't do anything that may draw attention, and don't talk with guards. They might recognize you. Keep these 2 points in mind, and you can go wherever you want, unbothered.
Thank you.
No problem, Miss Samuel. I love this fake name. Now that we're done here in Penacony, what will you do in your free time? I hear the Genius Society is here. How about we go stir up some excitement?
天才俱乐部，对啊，
Well, you know my script isn't over yet.
I didn't bring you back to hear an answer like that.
Don't worry. The script says that I'll experience 3 deaths, but also receive an unforgettable reward on the planet of festivities. How will I know if I don't try? All possibilities exist until the outcome actually happens, right?
You may not realize it, but you have a bad habit. Whenever you seem to be asking a question, you've already made up your mind, and no words will dissuade you. Anyway, Kafka asked me to pass on this message. If you see anything fabulous in Penacony, get one for me too. Just swipe my card, you know the pin. She didn't specify anything, but I guess she means a dress, coat, sunglasses, or something else. You know better about fashion than I do.
Sure, I'll keep an eye out. There's tons of options at OT Mall. Do you think she'll like trinkets, like hair accessories or brooches?
Those sound more like something for young girls. Maybe you should keep them for yourself. Oh, by the way, Blade didn't explicitly say it, but I think he was trying to say something like, temptation will show up again in Penacony. He's always so subtle with his words.
Got it. He was just worried about me. Relax, Silverwolf. You know me. I won't do anything crazy. I just want to wander around and see more of the world for myself. I want to buy some oatcake rolls. I've had a cake roll every day since I arrived in Penacony, from the first day to the last. But today, I'll buy 2 and give you 1. And if you don't like them, I'll enjoy double the pleasure. Or I can bring one to Kafka, as she never refuses. Or maybe I'll give it to Blade. He'll appreciate it. That's not written in the script, right? But as you see, I have added new footnotes to my destiny.
我怕。
Welcome, Director Topaz. The family ambassadors are still inside making preparations, but the big boss hasn't arrived yet. It'll be a while before the conference starts, I'm afraid.
Big boss 谁啊？我们公司群一直咚咚咚咚咚。
Huh. Quite a spectacle. The family really knows how to make things look impressive. I thought they would choose a more formal and low-key location for the conference. I didn't expect them to go with a luxury airship.
可是在梦里吧，我以为到现实去，原来就还是在梦里。
About this, Director, I've asked around. This airship named the Radiant Feldspar belongs to the Alfalfa family. This conference between the IPC and the family will have a direct impact on Penacony's future. Such an important event should have been held at well, somewhere secretive in the moment of morning dew. The atmosphere here, it doesn't feel serious enough.
If I'm right, this conference is probably just a prelude. Whoever organized it wants to assess the IPC stance beforehand. This influential figure either has their own ambitions and wants to reach a preliminary agreement, or they plan to put pressure on us to make us back off.
Oh, your mind is always so sharp, Director Topaz. And when the big boss arrives, please remind her to be cautious and watch out for any traps.
Thank you for the reminder, but I don't think that will be necessary. When she's at the table, it's the others who need to be cautious.
哦，他的 big boss 是那个翡翠。
Just tell everyone on our team to stay focused on their tasks and not worry about the negotiations.
不爽不舒服。
Oh, got it. I'll do it right away.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't call Miss Jade Big Boss in front of her, or there will be serious consequences. I mean, really serious.
Got it. Thank you for the reminder, Director.
讲这样，
I tripped and fell
你
right
在干嘛？
just completely face planted.
对啊，老师不能干啊！这样你看他们干嘛？哎，这边还有一只，怎么这么多？哎，这边也有一只哎，你在干嘛？
I tripped and fell right here.
哦，这个鸟。
Hard work pays off. None of the important figures have arrived yet. Huh. Looks like the conference won't be starting for a while. Such a bustling place. I think I'll take a little walk around. Oh, are you hungry, Numby? Food in the dream. Numby, catch! Ooh, oops, not to your liking, huh? Sorry. I'll treat you to a nice meal once we get back to reality.
连张张都觉得难吃的橡木蛋糕啊妈！哦，这里有个 cookie， 今天也是入梦池。哎，只是现实吗？对，梦里也有入梦池。哎，不玩了，还是。
So
Wow.
many buttons. How many centuries would it take to press them all? Huh. Didn't expect those pooches to actually recycle them all.
Huh? What are these?
这个是花火。
For your safety, please stay away from those objects.
For my safety? Are these buttons something dangerous?
Not exactly. Lately, there's been a prankster in the Sweet Dream who's been handing out strange button devices to anyone he meets.
很烦啊，好不容易休息了，一直传讯息，谁啊？
According to those involved, he said something like, "Just press this button and all of Penacony will explode." Luckily, no one believed him. Still, the Bloodhound family collected these buttons just to be on the safe side.
Where's that prankster?
Yeah, that guy has some skills, I have to admit that. However, you know, the Bloodhound family won't give up. Whoever disrupts order in the dreamscape will face severe consequences. Anyway, the family will deal with these things. Please kindly keep your distance.
Watch yourselves in front of the IPC.
张张啊，张张，你跑去哪里啊，张张？
Oh, free stuff. Hard work pays off.
Greetings, madame. What can I do for you?
Hello. Could you tell me more about the Radiant Feldspar?
I assume you are the ambassador of the IPC Strategic Investment Department. It's my honor to assist you. The Radiant Feldspar is owned by Mr. Odie Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family. Mr. Alfalfa invested a significant amount in building this luxurious airship an Ember era ago, and it has been sailing across the 12 hours of the dreamscape ever since.
Oh, so it's owned by old Odie himself. No wonder the ship is so lavishly decorated.
Indeed, Mr. Alfalfa has impeccable taste. Only the most prestigious guests are invited by the Alfalfa family to board this airship. Please allow me to continue my introduction. The Radiant Feldspar had been cruising over the Sea of Dreams in Penacony for an entire Ember era. But its voyage was temporarily halted due to the recent reverberation.
Reverberation? Such a formal way of putting it. You're really downplaying the whole thing. I apologize. Please continue.
Following the thankfully, the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved. However, due to, well, certain special reasons, the Charmony Festival, originally scheduled at the Penacony Grand Theater, had to be temporarily postponed. So, Mr. Alfalfa suggested relocating the Charmony Festival to the Radiant Feldspar, taking this opportunity to announce the resumption of the airship's voyage.
Ah, well, that would meet the family's needs and also create momentum for Mr. Alfalfa himself. Quite fitting for a legendary tycoon like him. Thank you for explaining matters to me. Goodbye. Hello?
Hello.
Talent motivation department? Again? Internal review? Will it ever end? I'm working on a major project. I don't have time to squabble with you guys. The way I handled the Eurillo case was approved by senior management, and all of the project logs and calls are complete. Can't you check on them yourselves? I just don't understand. Why are you so fixated on this minor case and constantly escalating it? Seriously, what's your purpose?
Sounds exhausting. Why not just hang up?
In my opinion, you handled that project quite well. A little ball of ice in exchange for the Astral Express's good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department. It's been a while, little Yelena. I've been looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon. Is there trouble? You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
It's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with you.
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and treat me as your equal. No need for unnecessary titles like Madam.
I'm sorry, but it might take some time to get used to that. After all, you are a senior.
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stonehearts, I need you to be at your best, especially since the upcoming negotiations leave no room for error. As sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the true purpose of this conference, right?
I believe old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our limits before the official negotiations between the IPC and Penacony.
That's true, and it works in our favor. Do you know why?
If we can reach some sort of agreement with old Oti beforehand and gauge our opponent's boundaries, our future negotiations will go much more smoothly. That's the obvious benefit.
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that the 5 lineages might not be as united as the Odes of Harmony would suggest. As long as the influence of Harmony hasn't completely permeated their core, personal desires will always have their way. Thankfully, influential figures in Penacony haven't entirely suppressed their own desires. It's similar to the power struggles within the IPC. The supposed all-for-one philosophy shared by the 5 lineages. It's just a slogan now that the Dream Master has gone.
After the downfall of the Oak family, old Oti's faction became the dominant force in Penacony. Even if we consider only the succession order, he's the longest serving and most senior among all the family heads.
稍等我一下下，我调个椅子。一直坐着难受，然后脖子也难受，我的手也难受，全身上下都很难受，我肩膀很难过。这个椅子很讨厌，后背让我靠得很不舒服。
Yes, that's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy. It's like playing a game of chess, where every move needs to be carefully thought out.
Absolutely.
That's pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order in the Yarilo case.
That was based on my personal experience.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but the family head is ready to meet the ambassadors from the Strategic Investment Department.
Time to get to work. Let's prepare ourselves and meet that esteemed supporting actor. Remember, our goal is to create an opportunity for the IPC to enter Penacony. Aventurine has already made a small opening, and you and I, we're going to tear it wide open.
姐姐头上的那个叫什么？那个蝴蝶脚杆，怎么会有？哦
Unknown to each other, yet united in purpose, we make the same choices.
Watch yourselves in front of the IPC.
拜拜。
Well, look.
Welcome aboard my ship. Please, have a seat. Let's have a pleasant conversation.
小精灵，哈，小米啊，我看到了，账。
Hard work pays off.
Welcome aboard, my dear ladies. Forgive me for any lack of it.
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa. It's my honor to meet you in person. You may not be aware, but the book Odie Alfalfa, the biography, is a must-read for all Strategic Investment Department employees.
After all, to many, you are the legendary figure who single-handedly built the Penacony economy.
I expected no less from the 10 Stonehearts from the Strategic Investment Department. I always enjoy talking to smart people because we don't have to beat around the bush. We can just get straight to the point instead. Since I invited you IPC ambassadors on board, I'm sure you've figured out the topic I'd like to discuss, yes?
The future of Penacony, if I'm not mistaken.
Precisely. Those few words represent a terribly complicated situation indeed. Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort and almost got himself killed. But what was it all for? Wasn't it eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain control of the precious Astana?
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 Amber Eras are truly impressive. Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa. How would you respond to the IPC's actions?
I appreciate your composure, Miss Jade. You must have witnessed much in your worldly experiences. However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony. Old Oti won't sit idly by when faced with a greedy wolf.
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Then I'll be straightforward. I requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a finger on Penacony. If you back off now, you can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more important negotiations.
One of our P45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Moreover, considering the turbulence during the Charmony Festival, Penacony's credibility has taken a hit in the public's eyes. Despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony are real, are they not?
You used the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you want to succeed here, curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC? Well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a significant step forward by self-listing and going public.
Going public?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC and go public on a universal scale.
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of the sweet dream to the entire universe. Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the Land of the Dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose. This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blinded by order. Their level of intellectual flexibility doesn't even come close to an old fellow like me. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite the catastrophe, Penacony still holds immense potential and opportunities, and that the family remains confident in its future.
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting for the right moment for Penacony to regain the spotlight. And if Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene, every move we make will be scrutinized by trillions of people.
Now I'm convinced that you've indeed familiarized yourself with my biography, Miss Jade. So, about your next move. Please consider it carefully.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a wealth of information. I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer privately for a few moments, and to respond on behalf of the IPC later.
Of course. Take your time, dear ladies.
The Alfalfa family had a meeting with the IPC?
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. He said it was to return the favor. It's not hard to imagine. Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces casting greedy eyes and the undercurrent of order lurking within. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats, Penacony would rather take a step back and invite the IPC to negotiate at the table, ostensibly to cooperate, but in reality, to secure more opportunities for their own survival.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express. In your opinion, who should we stand behind?
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons unknown, they have a strong desire to smooth things over, which leads to speculation about their motives. If either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony, it would return to its previous illusory dream of hedonism, and the efforts of those previous nameless would once again go to waste. There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb you since you were in a deep sleep. She went to negotiate with the family as a representative of the crew. She'll contact us once her arrangements are ready.
After Anna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation. Most members of the Oak family fell unconscious, but fortunately, their lives were not in danger.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already. He'll face a trial. As for further details, the family would rather not disclose them.
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the Sweet Dream, significantly eroding their credibility in the process. While quite different from the truth, this appears to be the outcome with the least impact.
After all,
You don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace the sweet dream again. Here's a toast, with 3 glasses of Glory of the Trailblaze to all of you. Yeah, it's good to see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
We'll stay a bit longer, but not too long.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then it seems to be missing something. Music? Atmosphere? Maybe a special drink to honor those who are not here. Let's see. The mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, and unique, as we'll use it to pay respect to those fallen heroes. To the nameless resting in peace, and to Gallagher.
等一下，那个人怎么没有耳语？有耳语呢？
Ready to mix your drink? I'm not sure. I haven't seen him since our last... We used to discuss everything here. I have a hunch. Before we start, would you...
It's rare for all passengers to leave the Express together. In my dream, the Express stopped at many places, and perhaps given the conductor's presence, there's no related records existed. However, now that more power's in the like I said, we'll go and see.
This trailblazing expedition has been thrilling. One bird longs for the earth and, however, facing punishment from the Harmony. Since the family took up residence in Penacony, the order, that's the claim the family makes. Whether they... Venturine's efforts finally earned the IPC a seat. As far as the Astral Express is concerned, well, it was somewhat surprising. In that dream, when I realized that her conclusion was not... The conclusion of a journey can...
老3月呢？真的不舒服。
Guess what? Something. So I unwrapped it and found out it was. Of course not. By the time I turned around, the person. I'm really.
他的居然没有绘画。
Ready to mix your drink? Before we start, all right, as you wish. I think I have an idea about what drowning sweetness. However, with the right rate, not a bad choice.
Oh. 我想说可以随便弄。
Words always fall short. Blend all your memories and emotions together and, well, it's done. Here's to the nameless, resting in the spirit of freedom will spread far and wide among the stars. We're not accepted by the outside world, so we've gathered one day. Our cheers.
是什么意思？生活多美好。
Oh, are you leaving? I've mixed more of this last special drink for you.
Thank you. I'm sure.
If you happen to run into Gallagher, then I guess you won't be seeing him. All right, enough with the heavy. Whether it's the Astral Express and embark towards our tomorrow.
Oh.
Old Oti is a tricky opponent. I didn't expect him to take the risky step of going public at such a critical moment for Penacony.
Indeed. He's definitely bold. Still, the outcome is uncertain. Shouting loud doesn't necessarily carry any weight.
They agreed. But it'll take some time before they arrive.
Just as it should be. The sweet dew should be served after the bitter poison.
Looks like we'll be skipping the exchanging apples step this time around.
Now that we're dealing with a greedy merchant, a simple apple wouldn't make a difference. Well, I guess I included myself in that remark too. Now I'm a bit curious, Topaz. Do you think Penacony is a quality asset?
Yes. Despite its recent calamity, Penacony remains a top quality asset within the cosmos, with good credit, lucrative potential, and promising prospects.
Well, that's obvious, but what I truly wanted to know is, this project is obviously too bland for your taste, isn't it?
That's true. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Venturine.
But despite that, you trust him. You even entrusted him with a cornerstone. Something as precious as life itself to finish this gamble.
Are you not in the same boat, Miss Jade? Without us playing along, your Jade Stone wouldn't have made it across the border so easily, allowing you to see all desires that flow through dreams to gain a bargaining chip in negotiations. That's why I'm willing to stake my Topaz Stone to cover for you. It's like one big elaborate game of chess.
Once that kid sets his mind to something, nothing can stop him. Not even fate. Well, at least he's still alive, and that's the best outcome.
Looks like,
No need. I'll go it alone. Meanwhile, you can go greet our honored guest and wait for my message.
Okay.
Is that Robin? Huh. She's also here on the Radiant Feldspar.
Oh.